No nonsense sales pitch for this. If you know me and my channel, you won't recognise this car because it's not mine. If you don't know me, that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll know the car either. But if you know Allegro man, you might do. Oh yeah. This car, this MG, is owned by a man called Allegro man, and he wants to sell it, and he's come to me to ask if I could do a pitch because I will basically say what I think of it. So before I talk about it, let's do the really boring stuff, the stuff you need to know, like it's got 119,000 miles, like it's got a new MOT, like it's had the head gasket done and the water pump and the cam belt about 200 miles ago. 200 miles ago, but also about 2 years ago, I think, because it's been stood waiting for an MOT, and now it has one. So it currently has an MOT with no advisories, although it did fail for the handbrake, but that's been fixed. That is all you need to know. The ZR-120 is a 1.8 K-series engine. The 120 means 120 brake horsepower, which is rather curious because they have 118, but that's still close enough. Makes me wonder though, why didn't they just call it the ZS-118? It's not quite as catchy, is it? Or couldn't they have just made it an extra 2 horsepower? No. Other companies do it, so why not? What's the problem with it? Why am I talking about this? That's nonsense. Let's get on with this. As you can see, the car is in exceptionally good condition. Yeah, it really is. Look at these bits here. They tend to rot out down there if you're not careful. And it's solid on the inside. And then, look at that. There's no dents anywhere. There's bound to be one or two somewhere. Should I get really, really nitpicky and just really sort of look for these dents? Yeah, all right. Well, there's one here. Looks like a tiger's trying to stop it from escaping the safari park. Although it's not deep. In fact, you can barely feel that. A couple of the most minor bubbles there. And then, where's the other one? Oh, there's a tiny one there. There's a tiny bit there. And then the rest of that's all exceedingly good, as you can see. There's bound to be a couple more. Going to have to go on the hunt. No, nothing to report. Oh, well, that's the tiniest one there. If I hadn't pointed it out, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. The occasional stone chip, but that's about it. I actually feel like I'm being mean to this car. But that's the thing. When you see something that looks really nice, you tend to look closer. And if you look closer, you will spot these things. If it just looks like a mess, you're not going to look at it at all. So you choose which one you prefer. I think the sign of a well looked after car is with its door shut sounds. So let's try these, shall we? Good. 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 And for some reason that's the best one. When you open up the doors, you're in for a slight surprise because this is obviously a ZS, but it has leather seats. To the best of my knowledge, they never did a ZS with these seats. These are the 45 seats in black leather, as you can see. From my perspective, that's a good thing because I don't like the plastic seats they had in the ZS. Especially on this age, they had the matrix seats, which look very nice, but the half leather is actually half plastic, and the plastic falls apart. While you've got me in this position, you can see the headlining has seen better days, but what's new? When do you ever see a decent headlining? Except in my car. But this video is not about my car. Otherwise, it's all very tidy in here. The door trims have obviously been stuck back down because they do have a habit of peeling off. All this appears to be nice and all works. Apparently it's got a new heater resistor, so all 4 blower settings will work. Steering wheel is it's got signs of wear, but then it is a 119,000 mile car. 119,000 miles. It's not a lot, provided things have been looked after. So, and that starts exactly as it should do. It sounds very, very smooth indeed. Idles smoothly and sounds very nice. That's exactly what you want from it, really. Personally, I'd prefer a high mileage car that's been looked after than a low mileage car that's got a horrible top end sound to it. Oh look, I've only gone and opened the bonnet up, and what do we find here? Well, what we find is, oh, the battery's clamped down properly as it should be, and no corrosion on the top mounts. Oh, quite clean actually. It doesn't look tarted up, it just looks clean. Coolant's the correct colour, and that's probably enough I need to show you under there actually. Engine bays aren't really that exciting, are they? When you pull the boot lever, the boot doesn't pop up because it's got a boot spoiler on the back, and that obviously weighs it down a little bit. Oh, good, he's not left some dead bodies in the back of there. It is also nice and dry, which is always a nice thing to see, because obviously these cars can suffer with water ingress. Oh, and look at this as well. I'm always attracted to this. From a time when they put carpets in cars. Soft and fluffy and nice and inviting. Floor pan, all good. Tyres, all good. And the best wheels really as well, as far as I'm concerned. That is just my opinion, but the hairpins, they just look proper MG wheels, and they're not peeling anywhere. Some of the MG wheels can peel lacquer quite badly, and these ones all look good. Well, this is going rather well, and it looks like quite a short video as well, so if you're interested, you can contact me and I'll give you this chap's contact details, or I'll just put some links in the thing. I don't know, I'll do one thing or the other. To sum up, it is an MG ZS-120 with 119,000 miles, brand new MOT, head gasket, belts, everything like that done, and it's a good solid car. Yeah, and the price is £1,750, which for a car properly knocking on the door of classic status, I think that's quite reasonable. Bye for now.